yourself, we all lost touch. Your favorite fruit is chocolate-covered cherry.
Okay, when it comes to your children, sharing your time with your ex isn't always easy. So Bud Klueck and Dr. Kenner are here today. We're going to talk about some of these battle custody problems that prop up all the time. And you got a call. We were talking before. You got a call from somebody who got some bad advice.
Well, yes, Joe. Actually, this young woman called, and she was describing that she was having difficulty sharing the child with her ex, with the dad. And I asked the obvious question that any attorney would ask under that circumstance: what are the current court orders regarding custody and visitation? And she says, there aren't any. We've never gone to court. And it was a young woman, maybe in her early 20s. And she said, well, all my relatives said to do the easy thing and not go to court. And my reaction was, I can't imagine anything more difficult than having to negotiate, renegotiate, negotiate again, custody and visitation on an ongoing basis, instead of what to me is the easy thing, which is to have good, solid court orders, which tells you when the child's supposed to be with dad, when the child's supposed to be with mom, when the child gets exchanged, and all of those details are already worked out with a great deal of specificity.
Yeah.
That sounds easy.
Well, yeah, but I suppose they felt that they were probably amiable. It sounded like, and the relatives said, you know, you guys get along, so you should be able to get along with this and save the money. But that is bad advice.
No, it's very bad advice, and also it is always amazing to me how people perceive amiability in the context of people breaking up and going to court. I mean, one of the things that the population that we're aware of, the population that we work with, is actually what's known as a self-limiting population. That is to say, the people that are going to divorce court are either people who are going through a divorce, who have been divorced, or who parented or created children, procreated children outside of wedlock, and they're no longer together. That's a self-limiting population, and if they were all that good and all that talented, Joe, with getting along with one another, compromising, working stuff out, seeing things from the other person's point of view, they probably wouldn't be in family court to begin with.
Maybe they're just afraid to go to court. You know, the phobia of the week this morning in the paper was litigophobia.
That's right.
You know, the fear of lawsuits, litigation. So maybe some people have courtophobia.
Well, that's fine. I also have doctorophobia, but you know I get a flu shot every year, Joe.
Yeah.
I don't, tell myself that I'm going to go through self-help flu protection. I'm going to wipe everything down with antibacterial wipes. I'm going to be taking vitamin C. I'm going to be wearing a mask. No. You go to the doctors. Even though I don't like needles, you get it over with, and that's that. And the other point is that I'm sure Dr. Kenner is going to say it's not good for your kids to be in this constant state of flux.
Right. Kids are going to look for predictability, Joe. In a situation like a divorce or anything else, they've already gone through horrific trauma. So the better schedule you have and predictability, I always say to parents, it's really important to have it on a calendar. You know, when you're going to see mom, when you're going to see dad. You keep it as consistent as you possibly can. Even vacations, you have them planned out in advance. Gives them really a chance to look ahead, and it helps them stabilize, especially in a divorce situation. So it's always a good idea.
Right, and the courts are there to actually help you.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So if you have that predictability and you have some order, then it's easier to follow.
And the idea to think about
it is, for the kids too.
And the idea of going to court, it's to help. It's to be helpful. It's not to really mess things up. And in some cases, some parents are able to really negotiate, but in lots of cases, you really need a third party to really help you get that schedule worked out so the kids really benefit.
Yeah, and it's the kids that we need to be concerned about.
That's what we're talking about.
First and foremost, Yep. Okay.
Very important.
Well, see? So do not hesitate to make the right decisions. You just, the law and mediation offices right there. You see, we call him Bud, but if you want to call him Garrison, it's all right too.
I like Garrison's a good name. That's a good name.
If you're afraid of going to court, just hire Bud, and he'll go there, and he'll be your spokesperson for you. We'll take care of everything. You don't have to worry about a thing.
Would you go with me on my flu shot?
Sure, Joe. I'll hold your hand just like we do with our clients when we go to court.
Oh, good. Well, I'm feeling better already.
Multitasking.
That's right. That's good. All right.